Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news. Jackson Dart has been named the quarterback one of the New York Football Giants. Here to chop it up live. We're going to get a couple people in here to chop it up live, talking about Jackson Dart being named the quarterback one. They pushed the button, y'all. The button has been pushed. It is official. Jackson Dart's going to be starting this week, man. Jackson Dart will be starting this week. Now, just going to be transparent with you guys, man. That loss on Sunday was ugly. Was real ugly. So ugly, I haven't even dropped my reaction on it yet, but the reaction's getting canned now because we got a better reaction, and that's about Jackson Dart being the starting quarterback. So I'm here to talk about that. I'm excited for that. It's a new turning of a leaf. I do have my gripes with the coaching staff and such, but we're here to talk about the new quarterback, the rookie quarterback that's going to be taking over, man. Shout my guy Brian in the chat, man, saying nice. You guys might get like 2 or 3 wins now. Brian is an Eagles fan. So listen, I hope Jackson Dart is able to dunk on you guys. That's all I hope for. And we're going to see that in a couple of weeks. But Jackson Dart being named the quarterback is it's exciting. It's exciting after an abysmal start to the season, starting off 0-3. Putting in the rookie quarterback is pretty much their move to try to save their job. That is something that we know to be true. Brian Daboll definitely felt the pressure and elected to start Jackson Dart. Don't have my biggest issues with that. My biggest issues is, will Jackson Dart's start to his career just be held on to see if he can save the Giants? That's where I'm kind of at a loss. Not a fan of that portion of it. But when we talk about Jackson Dart, he was exciting during the preseason. We drafted him for a reason. And on the inside, it was seeming like the Giants loved him so much. It seemed like Jackson Dart might have started off the season as a starter. And after an 0-3 start from Russell Wilson, that plan gets canned. Having a quarterback is overrated. We use 2 running backs. Brian, that's a great point as an Eagles fan, man. I mean, even though Jalen Hurts did his thing in this last game for sure, but you got to do have 2 running backs. Jalen Hurts with his legs and the guy that will not be mentioned. The biggest things for the Giants moving forward, starting off 0-3 and being down 2 games in the division already puts you behind the 8 ball by a wide margin, and especially with the upcoming schedule that's coming up for the New York Giants. It doesn't get easier than the teams that we faced already. That's why it was super important that the Giants started off with some dubs. That didn't happen. So with that being the case, and now inserting Jackson Dart, you got Jackson Dart going through probably the roughest patch of the season. I saw a tweet earlier talking about the upcoming schedule. I want to be able to pull that up real quick. Can't remember if it was Schefter or Rappaport. But Russell Wilson, man, is Russell Wilson's career over at this point? We got a couple people in the building, man. Like up the stream. Talk it up in the chat. We got Jackson Dart being named the starting quarterback, and that's exciting, man, because the future is here. The future is not in a couple of weeks, and I'll be transparent, man. I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong when it came to when we would see Jackson Dart. But I guess it's good that it is. Shout out to my guy Ian in the chat, man, saying go Big Blue. QB1 Jackson Dart inserted into a lineup. Go Big Blue. It really did rejuvenate my career a bit, you know? Not my career. The Giants' trajectory right now. Is Jackson Dart going to win all these games? Probably not. But it gives us a new life. Gives us a fresh breath of air. But man, these coaches are really hinging their bets on this guy, man. They really are. They really are. Damn, I had an upcoming schedule. I'll just pull up the upcoming schedule in general. I will just pull up the schedule myself, but he's definitely going through the hardest part. Wilson will end up a New York broadcaster at some point. Hey, him with that connection with Sierra, New York was definitely the move for them. Let me pull up the schedule, talking about what Jackson Dart is going to be seeing at least these upcoming couple of games. All right. So as you know, we started off 0-3, losing these 3 games, 0-3. We're taking on the Chargers, Saints, Eagles, Broncos, Eagles. Those next 5 games right there for a rookie quarterback, he's going to have a lot of growing pains in those 5 games. Just being transparent with y'all, man. Being transparent. These next 5 games is going to be a learning curve for my guy, Jaxson Dart. It's great and all, but I just hope it's not another DJ thing. That's the hope too, Calf. That's what I hope for as well. And when we talk about another DJ thing, it's not about Jaxson Dart being just like Daniel Jones. It's about the quarterback playing majority of the year, right? Then the coach gets fired. You bring in a new coach. And then at that point, the next coach is kind of going to have to inherit Jaxson Dart. Will he want him? Will he not? That's pretty much the trajectory. I'm 90% sure that's what you meant, Calf. So I'm there with you. 2 of those are automatic L's. Yeah, it's probably the Chargers and the Saints because the Eagles are definitely it's definitely a dub. But upcoming games for Jaxson Dart, man, it's gonna be tough. It is definitely not gonna be easy. It is not gonna be easy by any means. But once again, when it comes down to it, the rookie quarterback's here to have his rookie growing pains, and next year it's full on go. It really is. Newest thing, no promises were made to Russell Wilson in terms of how many games he would start when he signed with the Giants. And I think that's automatic. Granted, when Russell Wilson signed, Jaxson Dart was not on the roster yet. But I'm pretty sure they all knew that they were in the market for a quarterback. I'm pretty sure they all knew that. As we got a lot of people reacting to Jaxson Dart. Jaxson Dart is going to take over the headlines for today for sure. Pat McAfee already talking about Jaxson Dart. Can't get copyrighted, so we're not going to play it, but a lot of reactions when it comes to Jaxson Dart. Why they disrespected us like this? Why are they disrespecting us like this? Come on, man. But Jaxson Dart, see what my guy Dash said about Brian Daboll throwing a Hail Mary in the first quarter of his season. Dart's first start will be against arguably the best team in the AFC. With that being said, I can't wait to see this. Heavy run, heavy RPO in the quick game. Oh, and I expect a few screens. 100%. That's my thing, man. They pushed my one tweet. And if you don't follow me on X, I don't know what you guys are doing. This is my one tweet, man. He pushed the button. He pushed the button. Granted, has nothing to do with Jaxson Dart's ability, has nothing to do with what Jaxson Dart can do, has nothing to do with any of those things. Just the mere fact that this was not the plan. They started off 0-3 after playing terrible, decided to bench their quarterback. Russell Wilson, by all means, has not been playing well to remain the quarterback. He has not. But when you think about what the plan was supposed to be, this just wasn't it. Yes, I hope they give this guy an offensive line if he does good this season. I hope he does too. Andrew Thomas being back is crucial. Were they waiting for Andrew Thomas to be back to throw in Jaxson Dart? I don't think that was the case. But after an abysmal, and when I say abysmal, an abysmal start to the season, this is where they end up. This is where they end up, man. Once again, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for Jaxson Dart to step into the reins and overall, kind of just give us, once again, excitement because he's going to have his growing pains. He might throw a couple of interceptions, but you know who else did? Russell Wilson when he was starting. He might be missing some throws. He might do some things, but he also could have that upside. That's the important part with starting our rookie quarterback is that he gets in there, he gives us a chance. And also, too, he needs his time to develop. He had a couple of games under his belt. He's been listening into the calls, and now he's going to step in and start his first game against the Los Angeles Chargers. The best quarterback in the preseason was Dart, hands down, for sure. For sure with this sentiment, it was definitely Jaxson Dart by a long shot. By a long shot. This is huge for the Giants. The Giants, when I want to borderline say history, their second quarterback drafted that's going to be starting the game. After Daniel Jones, now here comes, Jaxson Dart. We know John Gruden's hype about Jaxson Dart, and here he remains hype about Jaxson Dart getting the start, man. This could be a historic move, a franchise-altering move. That's what it is right now. So it could be huge for this team, and I can only hope that Jaxson Dart does well. Once again, he has a tough stretch. We talked about it. Chargers, Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, and you got the Saints mixed in there. He's going to have it up, man. We're going to see if he's up for the task. He's young and can move around. I think he's going to have a Lamar Jackson kind of rookie year. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for. That is a lot to ask for. But I do think he's gonna surprise some people, man. I think he's gonna surprise some people. I think he's gonna surprise some people, man. Does this change anybody's record prediction for the Giants? Do you feel like Jaxson Dart adds any wins to this team? Does anybody in chat think that Jaxson Dart adds some wins to this team? Granted, these first couple years, first couple games, that's how much of a drag these games have been because his offense just has been bad. Russell Wilson looked great against the worst defense in the league. Here we go. This is the exact post I was looking for earlier. Next 5 games on the schedule, we talked about the Chargers, at New Orleans, Eagles, at Denver, and at Philly. So he's getting a home start against the Chargers. Once again, Chargers are a really good team, but they insert the rookie quarterback. Brian says they adds 2 more wins. 2 more wins to the Giants, 3 to 4 wins. Shout out my guy Mark in the chat. 3 to 4 wins. We got to see how he plays for sure. This is all without seeing him play, but I do think this offense is going to run different with Jaxson Dart. Completely different offense. I talked about it with my guy TP for the Big Blue crossover. That's going to be fun this week. I'll be over on his channel later this week. Jaxson Dart stepping into the reins. They're going to open up this playbook. It's going to be a lot different than what we've seen with Russell Wilson, where Russell Wilson was kind of just chucking the ball down and checking it down. He was bailing from the pocket a bit. It's only been 3 games. But I will say, it's better to get Jaxson Dart in there, give the guy a chance to, play. These reps are going to help build chemistry with him and Neighbors, so it's a positive outlook no matter the final record. Agreed. Shout out to my guy Brian, man. Agreed. We never even got to see him throw to Malik Neighbors. That's the one thing, man. A stud wide receiver helps out a young quarterback tremendously. We know we have a stud wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors only got 2 catches last week. Unacceptable. I will expect Jaxson Dart to utilize him a lot more. Not just target him, throwing it down the field every 2 seconds. Being able to throw over the middle of the field. You see it coming out right now. Russell Wilson was just not doing that. He just was not doing that. So, yeah, man. I'm excited for this. I am excited for this, man. A new era has started for the New York Giants. A new leaf. Wanted to jump in here, chop it up with you guys real quick about it. I will drop my recap video talking about it, talking about why we seen this happen now. But overall, man, a new era has started for the New York Giants, man. Jaxson Dart is the starting quarterback. I'll catch you guys on the recap video, and I will catch you guys on Jaxson Dart's first start. Peace.